guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Real Facts. I'm Amos Omwenga.
Diana Mora, looking forward to share and learn.
Thank you. We are going to look at the secret of dealing with people. We are going to study more and learn about how we associate ourselves with people. What is the relationship that we have with our families, at your workplace, and at any environment that you are. I believe we are going to learn more so that we can have a good rapport with our friends, families, and at our workplace.
So dear viewer, today we are going to discuss about the principles of building better relationships from our acquaintances in everyday life and family members, everyone we come across in each and every day. So we have four major principles. We have the principle of appreciation, we have the principle of self-esteem, we have the principle of developing an inner want from your fellow man, and finally, my brother,
we have self-esteem. Principle number one that we're going to discuss is craving to be appreciated. In our lives today, one of the most neglected virtue is to be appreciated. Many people are yearning to be appreciated. So even children, when they bring good reports, do parents appreciate them? It is very rare. Perhaps, what can you add more about appreciation?
Yeah, another thing about appreciation, maybe say concerning kids.
Yes.
Your kid has initiated something and they feel that it's their best. Well, instead of reprimanding the child, at first acknowledge the fact that they've tried.
Yeah.
Tell them, kid, you've done well, but yeah, maybe afterwards you can say you've done well, but it's not the way it's done. Rather than starting with what have you done? Like they feel guilty. At first appreciate, then if there are corrections to be made, maybe afterwards, right? Yeah, so viewers appreciation is mandatory in daily life, and yeah, if we uphold it, I think relationships will be better.
Yeah, we can have a perfect environment whereby we can be able to relate with people and have a good rapport with them.
So we have the principle of criticism. Maybe brief on the introduction, to criticize is to find fault. For instance, I'm a teacher by profession, and there's this kid who doesn't write well. Like the handwriting does not match maybe the standards of writing, right? And each time they bring their book, I'm like, so and so your handwriting is bad. But maybe at times they've done the work well, but the handwriting is a limitation. Like it's not good each and every time to find fault in what people do. At least try to find out what's good is in that thing that they've done instead of focusing on the negative side.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe what can you add to that?
Actually, we have positive criticism and negative, if I can put it in that way. Because if someone gives you a positive criticism by telling you that you can do this thing, you can do it better by following this way, it can assist you and improve something that you are doing. But when someone brings a negative criticism, is when you've done something, he doesn't want to acknowledge what you have done. And he can still see that there is nothing good can come out of you. I can say that one, it is a negative criticism. And that's what we're supposed to stop and have criticism that is positive. Yeah. Is there something which you can add more about criticism?
Not much, but maybe to say, viewers, like let's try our best in our everyday interactions with our fellow human beings. Let's try to focus more on the positive things that they do rather than each and every time finding fault in what they do. Maybe that way we improve our relationships.
Self-esteem principle number 3. Maybe we can ask ourselves, what is self-esteem? Self-esteem is believing in yourself and the values that you have in yourself. So in our lives today, people have different self-esteem, and their self-esteem is improved by people who surround us, our teachers, our parents, and others. They play a key role in the self-esteem of people. So the words that we say to people, that we acknowledge them, can boost their self-esteem or can lower their self-esteem. So we must begin on how we develop self-esteem. Because when someone has a high self-esteem, he can perform very well even in class. He can be a very successful person. So self-esteem is very core in our lives. Maybe is there something that you can say about self-esteem?
Yeah, actually, did you know that we have an hierarchy of needs? Like, and I meant to say self-esteem is among them. In order for an individual to fully develop, like in order for them to reach their full potential, there's some needs that matter. Or rather, there's some requirements like self-esteem. I mean, you don't expect an employee to perform well and maybe they've never received any thumbs up from their boss, or a kid to perform well, they've never received any gift from their parent, maybe to boost their self-esteem. Like, yes, kid, you've done well. Yeah, so viewer, self-esteem is mandatory, and I'd like to urge each and everyone to, like, first, before you demoralize someone, consider their feelings, consider the impact, and that way will live better off and more happily.
The fourth principle is eager-want. Maybe what is eager-want? Eager-want is by first trying to know what other person needs before you look at your needs. For example, if I may give an example, in our modern society that we live today, if a child or maybe let's say a child who is going to school at an age whereby he's very young, he has not understood the importance of going to school. Our modern society, the parents will force him. Can even use a cane to force him to go to school. But is that the way forward? No, at all. Absolutely, it's not the way forward. The way it should be is first, what can I do to make this child love to go to school? You can try to perform activities that have fun, that they're going to experience in the school, so that the child can have interest of going to school. So viewer, it is important that even on how we relate with other people, first consider what they have, consider their opinion. That even if we can talk, let her talk first. Consider him or her first. Maybe, what do you think about this eager want?
Yeah, another example, a good one actually, is concerning employees and employers. A good one, I think of the construction sites. They really have to wear the helmets. And maybe there's this employees, like, you should wear those helmets. Like, when I come back, I should find you in those helmets. But maybe the sun is hot outside and the employees are like, why is this employer forcing us? First, maybe talk to them, tell them, see, the importance of helmets is ABCD. After they've learned of that, then next time you really don't have to tell them. You'll come and find that already their helmets are on and they don't have to wait for you to go, then they remove, because they used to you forcing the helmets on them. Like, you should wear them. You're not telling them if you wear necessary accidents. Yeah, eager ones. You should first find out, or rather talk sense into whoever you're telling your interest to. Tell them, I'm planning ABCD and this is how you're going to benefit. Then maybe afterwards you can negotiate, because already they've known the importance of whatever you're proposing. Yeah.
So viewer, those are the four principles of dealing with people. If we learn to put them into practice, they can help us a lot. We can have a perfect relationship with our fellow human beings. Actually, we can have a good way of relating with people. So friends, viewer, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let's stay tuned as we wait for the next uploading content which is coming.
Don't miss out on our next video about how you act the way you do. Also, this is the place to find out more real facts about life. Don't forget to send us your views and don't forget to subscribe.